It's another week in the books. Another Wednesday is here, Annie. Another Wednesday.
You know what? I can't believe it. Episode 11 already. We have passed episode 10.
Surely it's not episode 11.
It's episode 11. Believe it or
sure
not.
about that?
Believe it or not.
I thought it was 10.
Nope, 10 was last week.
10 was last week.
We are in episode 11 of Podcast Rewritten, you guys.
Time just flies.
It really does.
Time goes by so fast. Annie's actually wearing a hat today. She doesn't normally wear a hat. I just thought everybody should be aware of that. She's wearing her Smoky Mountains hat, Gatlinburg.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a hat kind of gal, but, you know, I thought that it would just go with my outfit today, and I was just kind of feeling hat kind of vibes.
Hat kind of vibes. I actually wear a hat every day at work.
Yeah, you do.
And sometimes when I go into a construction zone, I have to put on a hard hat.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I try not to go into construction zones that much.
That is interesting.
Is it though? Because it's
not really.
It's not
really that interesting.
No,
I'm just.
It's not interesting at all.
It's pretty common.
How was your week? Otherwise,
my week was very busy.
How are your serotonin levels?
They're up. Once I heard that song, my serotonin levels skyrocketed. My ears are leaking. I'm glad I wore this hat with my hair back.
To keep the serotonin.
Yeah, because sometimes it tends to get in my hair a little bit.
Somebody drew us some fan art about serotonin.
Pop-Up Puffs.
Pop-Up Puffs.
Yes, our favorite draws us amazing pictures.
They really do.
Yeah,
they're fantastic.
I love it. Yeah, you guys should really go check them out on Instagram. We have them in our bio because they actually made what we have as our profile picture now. So Pop-Up Puffs, amazing, very talented artist.
Fantastic. So we got a couple of comments this week. I think one came in through email, or 2 or 3 came in through email. Why don't you read one?
So, yeah, actually, we did get another one through email this week. And by the way, our email is allthingsrewritten@gmail.com. So this email is from Amanda. And they said, "Hey, you guys, I've never listened to a podcast before. I love Toontown Rewritten, and I came across you guys' podcast. Binge listened to all your episodes. Can't wait for more." That's amazing.
That is so nice. So I'm curious to our people out there. Is this your first podcast? Or have you listened to podcasts before? I don't know how popular podcasts are anymore. When they first came out, it was mainly an Apple thing, I think, because Apple iPod podcasts. What you would do is download the episode to your Apple iPod, and you would listen to it on the way to work, or while you were walking the dog, or exercising, jogging, walking around the house. I'm just kind of curious if our listeners typically listen to podcasts, or if this is their first podcast.
Well, I have to disagree with you there. I think that podcasts are only becoming more popular.
I do. Since quarantine, podcasting has kind of blown up.
And I think a lot of people are starting podcasts since quarantine.
Yes,
I'm seeing them pop up. My first podcast was a Disney podcast.
That's right.
I think it's called Unlocking the Magic.
Oh, I love Unlocking the Magic.
I love Unlocking the Magic.
Do you remember, it was actually the last time we went to Disney, we actually listened to it in our hotel room.
There was nothing better than that. That felt lots of serotonin on that one.
And we fell asleep to that.
We did. See, that's how I started listening to it. I would listen to it to fall asleep.
Same with me. I listened to a lot of Harry Potter podcasts.
Nice.
Star Wars podcasts. Stranger Things podcasts.
Oh, wow.
And I noticed that there were no Toontown, Club Penguin, Bearville podcasts. None.
Yeah, Build-A-Bear themselves, I'm pretty sure, has a pod, or
they
maybe
have a radio.
They have a radio station. No podcast.
Which is like a podcast.
We are, try as much as we can to talk about Bearville Rewritten when they have updates and stuff.
Were there any more comments that you wanted to mention?
There was one more comment from Alexandria.claus. I hope I'm pronouncing that last part right. So they said, you guys are hilarious. Can you tell more stories about your in-game play? It's so funny.
Can we?
We can.
Well, that's fantastic.
That's fantastic.
That's fantastic. And I know we had a bunch more, but we only read 1 or 2 a week, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, I wanted to talk about new listeners. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it. Hit me with it.
Sweden.
Sweden? Whoa.
We have listeners in Sweden. Apparently, we are huge in Sweden, and the king of Sweden,
whoa,
yes, invited us to come to the University of Sweden, and they want to give us honorary degrees.
Oh wow! So we're just gonna be like,
we're gonna be. They're going to give us honorary doctorates in podcasting.
Dr. Lemon Swirl and Dr. Tricky Twist.
Exactly. Dr. Tricky Twist. I love that.
That's
Dr. Tricky
very
Twist,
evil.
Dr. Lemon Swirl. Evil. Really?
Dr. Tricky Twist.
Dr. Tricky Twist does sound like an evil anti-hero.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was, of course, kidding about that. But we do have listeners in Sweden. Yes. Welcome, Sweden.
Welcome, Sweden.
I should have learned how to say something in Swedish. Do they speak Swedish in Sweden? Is that where that comes from? Swedish?
Maybe Dutch. You know what? I feel like I'm not even gonna guess.
Gotcha.
Because
Gotcha.
I'm not geographically
competent enough to.
No.
Right, I gotcha. Okay, now as a lot of you are aware, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware,
been seeing a lot of talk.
Something big recently happened, and we would love to talk about it. It's huge. It's the biggest thing to happen in a while.
Yep.
We are, of course, talking about the Silly Summer Update, version 2.9.0.
I'm so excited about it.
Annie, tell us a few things about the update, will you?
So, yeah, there's a lot of new things about the update.
There's a bunch of new things.
There's so many new things. So, for one, you can sprint now with the new update.
I love sprinting.
Yes. You know what? So do I. Because, sometimes to get places on Toontown, it takes a minute.
Well, because,
especially for new players, like when you haven't unlocked teleport access to different playgrounds.
I have teleport access to Donald's Dock. And I think you get the one to Toontown Central for free. Do you get that one for free?
I don't think you do.
Oh, so then I have 2 instant teleport accesses. Sprinting.
I could be wrong about that, though.
Sprinting is amazing. It was long overdue. I found it completely by accident, actually. I remember hearing about it, and I'm like, well, how do you do it then? And it turns out I figured it out. And what you do is you tap twice on the forward key unless you're using a joypad or joystick Xbox controller, which I talked about how to do that a while back.
We've talked about that.
And then you just push the button twice.
I love how when you start to sprint, it like zooms in so fast.
It does.
It's like you're going into another universe.
It's actually only 5% faster, but it feels a lot faster.
It does.
It feels a lot faster. And I notice I can actually navigate between the cogs a lot better.
Really? Without hitting into one?
Well, I did hit a few of them, but while I was sprinting, I didn't go into combat.
See, that's a problem I've noticed myself, and I've talked to other Toons, and a lot of people have, accidentally while running, hitting into cogs and
while
going
sprinting?
into that. While running, or just even standing in the street, just while being on the streets and hitting into cogs.
Sometimes they sneak up on you, but while sprinting, it happened to me twice. I bumped into a cog, and I did not immediately go into combat.
I mean, that's our duty as Toons, is to defeat the cogs.
It is.
Sometimes it can be annoying.
Sometimes you're, trying to get somewhere or find something or look for a certain cog. Right. So.
Yeah. That could be a.
What else is?
So Goofy Speedway, the carts are faster and you can honk now.
And I also heard, now I haven't tried it yet since the update, but the carts are a bit more maneuverable now.
that would help me, because that is one reason that I tend to stay away from the kart racing.
You see, I like racing games, so the whole
you would like that.
Goofy's Speedway appeals to me, and the
I'm not very
honk
good at
thing.
those.
How do you honk? I thought I wrote it down somewhere.
I thought so too. Yeah,
Anyway,
we were looking at notes.
That's fine. But maybe it's the shift key. I don't remember.
I think, you know what,
exactly.
I think it was the shift key.
I think it was, yeah.
And you know what, everyone, you can go back and find all this information on toontownrewritten.com in the news section.
It actually is the shift key.
It is the show. Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it is the shift key. I'm like a Toontown expert. I don't need you to teach me anything anymore. That's not true. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Okay, so what else we got?
Why don't you tell us about that one right there? Earn every trophy you get.
An exclusive outfit.
Yep.
Yeah. So now with every time you complete gardening, or what's the other stuff?
So once you have maxed gardening, fishing, golfing, and racing, you will get an exclusive outfit. Now, if you have already maxed everything before this update, then you just have to do, like, okay, say you've already maxed gardening before the update, then you just need to plant a flower.
Oh,
or if you already maxed fishing, then I think you just need to fish one more time. If you max golfing, you just have to go golf. Like, you need to do it one more time, and then the outfits will become available to you.
And I'm assuming you have to buy the outfits with jelly beans.
Yeah, I think once you max everything, then the outfits will be in your catalog, your next catalog.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. I love it.
But the good thing about it is they're only available if you max those things.
Yes, right. Cast member badges, brand new design.
Wow.
And some of the more well-known Toons have different badges as well. When I say well-known Toons, I'm talking about Flippy, right?
Yeah.
Who's some of the other?
Dr. Surly, Little Old Man.
Little Old Man, okay. Little Old Man?
Little Old Man. When you get to that, that's like, so Little Old Man,
I'm so far away.
You will do a task by him, and I think he's located in the Burr, if I'm remembering correctly.
The Burr. Let's talk about some of the updates on the estates, and I also have a couple of things to say about that too. So butterflies and fireflies, right, are now seen at the estates. Big deal, right? Huge.
I've seen some myself.
Recently?
Yeah.
Okay, well, look. Okay, now what's the big news about the estates, Annie?
So
say it.
Now at the estates, you can, in your catalog, which I haven't received the catalog yet, but so in your catalog, you have the choice to get a Cupcake estate.
That's funny. Wasn't there a certain podcast talking about that maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was definitely a couple episodes back. We were talking about
having a cupcake house at your estate.
Well, yeah, because I think originally on Toontown Online, it was something that they never released.
Right, and we
there
just
was like a cupcake house, a teepee house.
Yeah, tiki, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also a teepee.
Maybe a teepee, yeah, not toilet paper.
Right.
Teepee.
Yeah.
So isn't that a coincidence that we were just talking about it?
Pretty cool.
And then all of a sudden, boom, now you can have a cupcake house.
Well, also something else that they put in there that we were also talking about was the airplanes that go by at the estate. And that's in there too, which I think is pretty cool.
Weren't we just, wasn't that certain podcast just talking about that as well?
Yeah.
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. You know, it's kind of almost like the creative director of Toontown Rewritten listens to that certain podcast. That would be too much of a coincidence, though.
That would be pretty cool, though.
Yeah. It's not that we're taking credit for it at all. I mean, we kind of are. But Very cool. I think that's extremely exciting, and I cannot wait to get a Cupcake house.
So yeah, some people, it was already in their catalog, because some people get catalogs at different times, but if it's not in your catalog, it will be in your next catalog.
That is very exciting.
I'm definitely logging on as soon as we get off of here and looking to see if it's in if I got the new catalog.
Me too, because I didn't get the new catalog yet. True Friends has been removed. This is something that when I'm in certain areas, I see people talking about it. True Friends has been removed. True Friends has been removed. What's the big deal? What is True Friends?
So True Friends is where, I think you get a code, and if like you and your friend type in the same code, and then you can basically talk. It's like
unedited.
Speed Chat Plus is no more like you could talk unedited basically.
So maybe that's sort of like an anti-bullying safety check?
It goes against, like basically trying to keep the game safe.
Okay. Well, hey, I love it.
I think that was a good call because, there's already Speed Chat Plus and you can whisper to people.
Right. And if you trust somebody to put them on your True Friends list, you probably have their phone number, and you can probably FaceTime.
Or go on Discord with them and, like do the voice thing.
Oh, well, I'm talking about during gameplay because you and I do that. Like, we'll be on the phone with each other.
Yeah, we do the
while
FaceTime.
We're playing because I don't type that fast.
Right.
And you don't type that fast, so. I think that's all the major bullet points about the update, isn't it?
I think that is, I'm completely so happy with all the updates that the Toontown Rewritten team put in there. I think they did an incredible job.
Oh, the entire staff, they are just amazing. All that stuff, all the updates we just talked about, that was all done voluntarily. They donated their time, and actually they keep the servers up out of their own pockets.
Oh, there is one thing that we left out.
Oh, what did we leave out?
So, the skies. You can now choose whether you want at your estate for it to be sunny all the time or nighttime, or both within like 45-minute cycles or 24-hour cycles.
And that's all in the catalog.
That's also along with the Cupcake estate, all in the catalog.
Amazing.
Simply incredible.
So I'd like to take a minute and talk about what I did in game this week because I had a major achievement.
Let's hear it.
I completed Law.
Oh, you completed your lure track?
Completed my lure track.
Oh my.
I didn't realize, you brought it to my attention, that I could not get my last track unless I completed a couple of unrelated tasks.
Right. They weren't just for fun tasks, though.
Not just for fun tasks. And I saw somebody on, I forget which Facebook group it is, talking about the same thing. They were like, why can't I get my final task? And I was like, we just talked about this. Just listen in and you'll see. But you've got to complete a couple of unrelated tasks, like you've got to be able to carry at least 30 gigs in my case.
Right.
And you've got to carry at least 60 jelly beans.
Yep.
So I completed those, which they had me running around from street to street, get me this, get me that, bring this package, get this, defeat 10 of this kind of cog. No, that's not good enough. Go do this and that task, this cog, I need this. Did all that and got it. My law track, is it called the track?
Yeah.
And the first one you get is the dollar bill on the fishing pole. I got it. And then a cog invasion breaks out. Ooh. Level 7 legal eagles.
Yep.
First of all, these things are huge. And they are intimidating. The only thing that I think is more intimidating is something shark head.
A lone
face.
shark.
Lone shark. They got a big shark head.
Those guys are no good.
Those guys are no good.
No good.
But the level 7 legal eagle I'm sure people have seen them. It's like this 8.5 foot tall
Giant man eagle.
Man eagle.
Man eagle.
It's right. That's what it is. A man eagle. And so I walk out after just completing this, and boom, I run right into a level 7 legal eagle. Boom, I'm face to face with this beaked eagle man. So what do? I lure him. And it's the first level lure, and it works on
a
him.
level 7.
It works on him. And he's rocking back and forth, and then pow, right with a piece of pie. I get him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Then he
boom,
killed
part of the
me.
face.
Then he killed me. Right after that. Didn't take too long.
He killed you?
He killed me after I hit him with the pie, because the pie was like...
That's no good.
It hardly did any damage to him.
So then you went sad.
Then I got sad because apparently the pie was apple or cherry or something. He was not amused, and he took all my gags, sent me back to the playground, and I had to go swimming at the bottom of the lake, get the stars, and I'm looking for him. I remember exactly what he looks like. I take this very, very seriously. He's done. What did you do in game this week?
So I'm gonna be honest.
You didn't do a lot.
I didn't do a whole lot. Me and you spent some time in there.
You really helped me.
I did. We spent a good amount of time.
Yeah, because I had to do a couple of buildings too.
Yep, we did some buildings together.
Yep. If somebody saw it on our Instagram, there's our
picture.
Pictures.
Yep, we did a picture. And that one was not me logging into your account by myself. That was us.
That was us. I actually took a building. I forgot how many stories it was.
I think we did a 1 and a 2 story building. Yeah, because a lot of the time the pictures I take of both of us is me on your account to get something for our account. But no, this time was us.
It was us. It was me and you and me. So you really didn't do a whole lot.
No, I had a very busy week. Me. Yeah, I mainly spent my time helping you, but this week I want to spend a lot of time
getting to
fishing
getting to know the brand new update.
I want to fish, and I want to get more golf trophies, and I want to start racing.
I can't wait to go to Goofy's Speedway and
I have
honking my horn.
I have not spent a lot of time racing at all, and I want to garden.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I want to do all those things. And I also have a task right now, defeat 400 cell bots, and I still need like 300 more.
That's crazy.
So I'm not happy about that.
That's a huge task. We would like to have another meetup.
Yes.
With some of our podcast listeners, whoever can make it, July 2nd.
Which would be this Friday.
9 Central.
Yes, 9 p.m. Central. So yeah.
We'll maybe we'll put something on our Instagram, because we have a lot of listeners out west.
Yeah. A lot of our listeners seem to be behind us.
Yeah, so it's going to be 9 p.m. Central. We want to get together with some of you guys. I know some of you guys missed it. Last meetup. Yeah,
so after our last meetup, because we stayed on there for about a good 20 minutes, and that's what we'll probably do this time. After we got off, I know a lot of you messaged us, and you guys were upset, and we were upset that you guys didn't get to make it. So this time, make sure that you just don't get confused with the time zones. Yeah. It's going to be this Friday, July 2nd, 9 p.m. Central Time.
And I heard a rumor, and I don't know how true it is, that there's going to be a bean fest.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
A bean throwout?
Bean fest. So bring your beans. Fest. I'm going to get my beans.
I don't have any beans.
Well,
just a rumor.
You'll get there.
Just a rumor. It might happen, might not, but I heard it from a pretty reliable source.
Yep, so yeah, we want to do a bean fest, so be sure to bring your beans.
So it looks like you're going to have something to do once we get offline.
Yes, because currently I don't have any Jelly Bean Unites.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Jelly Bean Unites. You get them from doing a CFO.
One last thing.
Yes.
One last thing. You and I were battling a cog.
Yep.
Last week. You were helping me with something, and you, what's her name? Lickety Split Tricky Feet. What's your cogs? I'm not your cog.
I'm
Toon.
Lady Bella.
Lady Bella Lemon Swirl. What did I say?
You're Loud Jester Tricky.
Okay.
You just combined us.
Is that what I did? Your tune said Toons of the World
Gag up.
Did you actually type that in?
No. So, okay, so when you do a CFO in the CashBot HQ, which is just, something you'll do eventually. So, okay, you know how there's a CashBot HQ, a BossBot, an HQ for every cog?
Nope.
There's a CashBot HQ,
Gotcha.
a SellBot HQ, a BossBot HQ, and a LawBot HQ.
Gotcha.
So something you can do is defeat the CFO.
Okay.
So after you do this, you get a Unite. And you can either get a Gag Up Unite, a Jelly Bean Unite, a Tune Up Unite, and I don't know if there's any more.
When you said that, what did that do?
It restocked all of our gags.
What?
We didn't even have to go to the gag shop.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just something you said.
No. So sometimes you'll get like a Gag Up Unite and it's just for a certain gag, like Gag Up Squirt.
So that replenished all my gags.
All our gags.
Oh, that is so cool.
My favorite Unites is between Tune Up Unite, which will tune us up.
Right.
Sometimes it'll be like Tune Up 80 or Tune Up 70.
Right.
And also Jelly Bean Unites, of course. There's Jelly Bean Unites for like 200, 300, 600, like all kinds of Jelly Bean Unites.
Gotcha. I'm also currently working on a laugh point right now, too.
Oh, left point test?
Yeah. So I'm doing that, and that was my week. And now I know what the Toons of the World Gag Up is. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so when you see somebody say Toons of the World Unite or Toons of the World Gag Up or Tune Up,
that's what that is.
Because they did a CFO.
And they're kind of like giving you a gift.
Yeah, so a lot of the times after you see somebody use a Unite, a lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Especially for the Jelly Bean ones, like in the Bean Fest at Donald's Dreamland.
Yeah, I love it. I appreciate it because I was probably low on gags anyway. All right, well, I think that's it. I think it's time to go play Toontown.
I think it's time to go play. And everybody, by the way, the prehistoric party is happening on Club Penguin right now. So do not forget to go get those exclusive items.
Weren't you saying something that you turned into a dinosaur or something?
Yeah, so they're doing an egg hunt right now. And if you go on Tiger of Wind, that is Tiger of Wind on YouTube, he posted a video of the egg locations for the egg hunt. So that's what I did.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So, he posted the egg hunt location, and you will get a reward for that. An exclusive reward for finding all the eggs.
Cool. Well, then I guess that's it. Toons of the World, we'll see you next week.
Unite. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.